Firstly, I would like to talk about the background of our Statistic project. ChatGPT is an AI tool that helps users with writing, answering questions, and solving problems. Many students now use it to help with their assignment. This survey aims to find out how often students at the Center Foundation Study IIUM use ChatGPT while doing their assignment.
As technology continues to grow, tools like ChatGPT have become more accessible to students. At CFS IIUM, many students now use ChatGPT to help with their assignments and during lectures. While this can improve learning and productivity, it also raises concerns like academic integrity, student dependency, and critical thinking. So, in this study, we explore how often students rely on ChatGPT and how it might affect their learning and academic performance.
This study focuses on three main objectives. The first one is to determine the frequency of ChatGPT usage among CFS students when completing academic assignment. Second one is to explore the student main purpose for using ChatGPT in their assignment. And the third one is to assess students' perception regarding the effectiveness and ethical concerns of using ChatGPT in their academic work.
I will continue to talk about why purpose sampling method. From the slide, we can see that in our assignment, we choose cluster sampling as the sampling method. We organize a Google form and distribute it to students at IIUM to fill out the form. Basically, we divide the students into two clusters, that is art students and science students. We choose this approach because it makes the data more representative of the total student by enabling us to collect response from discrete subgroups within the larger population. We make sure that those clusters had an equal chance to participate by distributing a Google Form questionnaire to them. The form was filled out by 72 students, in total 36 of whom were in the art course and 36 of whom were in the science course. This strategy preserves sample variety while facilitating effective data collection.
Next, I would like to talk about data analysis. The first one, we have qualitative data. Based on the above graph, we receive a total of 70 respondents. Out of the respondents, we received data from 36 students from arts course and 36 students from science courses from the survey. Second graph is about gender. Based on the above graph, we received a total of 72 respondents. Out of the respondents, we received data from 25 males and 47 females from the survey.
From the quantitative data, we collected raw data showing how often students use ChatGPT per subject. The number ranged from 1 to 12 times. Then, we grouped the data into class intervals and created a frequency table. From the table, most students use ChatGPT between 1 to 2 times and 5 to 6 times per subject. This shows a mixed pattern of low and moderate usage.
Okay, now let's look at table 1.2, frequency distribution table of reliance on ChatGPT by science students CFS IIUM times per subject. Okay, this table shows how often science students at CFS IIUM use ChatGPT per subject. Most students use it between 0.5 to 4.5 times, with highest number being 12 students in the first range. The number of students is 36, the sum of frequency times midpoint is 148, and the sum of frequency times midpoint is squared 8 to 3.
This is the table that shows the frequency distribution of ChatGPT usage among art students at CFS IIUM. The high frequency falls in the 0.5 to 2.5 range with 15 students. This indicates that most art students use ChatGPT at a low rate. In total, the number of art students involved is 36. The sum of the frequency times midpoint is 128, and the sum of frequency times midpoint square is 651.
Next, I would like to talk about mean median mode for science and art student of IIUM. First, we will go into mean. Science student using 4.11 times per subject on average rely on ChatGPT in their assignment, while art student using 3.56 times per subject on average rely on ChatGPT in their assignment. Second, we will go into the median. The midpoint between minimum and maximum value of relay on ChatGPT per subject for art student is 3.10, while the midpoint between minimum and maximum value on rely on ChatGPT per subject for science student is 3.83. Last but not least, we have the mode. The mode for maximum student, arts rely on ChatGPT times per subject is 2.00, while the maximum student, science rely on ChatGPT times per subject is 2.01.
The standard deviation for science students is 2.44, which indicates a moderate spread of responses around the mean, while the standard deviation for art students is 2.33, which reflects the average amount by which the responses deviate from the mean.
From the pie chart of science student, 58% said they sometimes multitask, 20% said they often multitask, 14% said they never do, and only 8% reported always multitasking. In contrast, among art students, 44% said they sometimes multitask, 90% do it often, 17% said they always multitask, 20% never do it. So this indicates that art students are slightly more to multitask with ChatGPT compared to science students.
Now I will talk about the pie chart that shows the purpose of using ChatGPT during class or while completing the assignment by some students of CFS IIU. The largest portion, 75%, use it to get a clear explanation, indicating it helps them to understand topic faster. Another 40% use ChatGPT to generate notes for summaries, while 11% rely on it to ask for answer. A small fraction also use it for translating content, though this is specified in the chart. Overall, the most students tend to use ChatGPT for quick clarification and learning support. However, from the pie chart of CFS IIM art students, there are 72% use it to get quick explanation. Some use to make notes or summaries, about 11%, while others ask for answers, about 90%, or use it to translate content, about 80%. This shows that students of arts mainly rely on ChatGPT to understand things quickly and easily.